Hi, my name is Nick. I'm making this video today to share my experiences of what I now understand was an abusive relationship. I don't normally speak out like this, but I think it's important for me to be able to move on and to help others in similar situations to realize what's going on and take action. I will admit I'm reading from a prepared speech, but it's all true. Um, it's important to understand this person never hit me, never berated me or denigrated me in any way. Um, but abuse doesn't have to be as obvious as that. Um, the main technique that she used, and I'm not sure that it was a conscious technique, it was gaslighting. Gaslighting, if you don't know what that is when someone will insist that something is true with such certainty you actually begin to question your own mind and your own sanity. So, for instance, she would say a certain person told the both of us something, and I would distinctly remember that no, that person never said that, and she would insist, yes, she did. And she would continue to insist and to get upset with me until I started to think, well, maybe she's right. Maybe that's really what happened. And this happened over and over again. And over time, this erodes your trust in your own judgment. And you start to think, am I misremembering things? Am I losing my mind? I mean, what's going on? And so you end up starting to trust in her, what she has to say, rather than your own mind. Um, this technique can't work by itself because you'll end up interacting with other people, and those other people will say, yeah, you were right, and she was wrong. And you'll start to see this pattern of all these times where you were right and what she was saying was obviously wrong. So it only works when you also distance yourself from other people. And she got me to distance myself from other people. And she didn't do this by saying, don't talk to that person. You can't see them anymore. Some abusers do that, but in this case, she didn't. What she did was to subtly put down everyone I knew. And over time, you start to see everyone else as the bad guys, and suddenly you think, it's you and this person against the world. And once you see it as that, now she's got you right where you want you, or where she wants you, and you've got nobody else to turn to, and she can just stick her fingers in your mind and just move it any which way. And you end up spending all your time and all your money trying to keep her happy. When I finally left her, I had $5,000 in credit card debt, and this is really embarrassing. Um, and it just would have kept piling up if, um, because if I didn't do what she wanted me to do, suddenly, I'd become stingy and cheap, and she just doesn't stop until you give in. Um, and I say that, but what's important to understand is that although she was abusive, um, ultimately I was responsible also for letting that happen. I made the decision to shut myself off from other people. I made the decision to spend my money stupidly and follow her direction rather than take responsibility for my own life. And I did that because it felt easier. It felt easier to let someone else run my life for me than to take responsibility for my own life. Um, Now I am taking responsibility for it. I'm working hard. I'm paying off my debts. More importantly, I'm building the relationships, rebuilding the relationships that I've hurt because I let this person run my life. And this happened over a period of 5 years, and it's only been about a year that I've been rebuilding. And those people whose relationships I've almost almost lost, they've taken me back with open arms. I mean, they're wonderful, caring, loving, forgiving people, and I'm so grateful to all of them for letting me back into their lives. And I'm building new relationships. I have a wonderful, caring girlfriend and two amazing roommates. And I'm doing well at work now that I don't have to devote all my time and energy to this person. Um, so I think the takeaway should be this: when I started this relationship, I thought that that these sorts of things, that's just how relationships work. It's just, it's painful and you gotta struggle through it every day. And I think it's only now that I'm in a very healthy relationship that I realize that that the relationship shouldn't hurt. They shouldn't make you feel like you're um, they shouldn't make you feel inferior. They shouldn't make you feel like a crazy person. Um, and so I think the main takeaway should be that abuse doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't have to be this explicit thing. If you feel like you're slowly losing people that you cared about, or you feel like you're losing your mind because your partner is telling you one thing, the facts are telling you another thing. This isn't healthy. This isn't an okay thing. This isn't normal. Don't just accept it as that's just how relationships are, because that's what I did. Um, you know, talk to someone about it. Talk to me about it. If you feel like something's wrong with your relationship, but you're not sure what it is. Something feels wrong, but you just feel like I don't know what it is. Um, it's definitely worth talking to someone about it. Um, so I wish everybody who watches this video all the happiness in the world, and if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you, and there are plenty of other people who are here for you and will welcome you back into their lives. Um, so thank you for listening, and I hope that you have the most wonderful relationships imaginable, because after I've rebuilt my relationships, they've just been wonderful, and I hope you have the same. So, goodbye.